anytime. More than 16,000 business students at Grand Canyon University have a new place to call home. The university unveiled its newest addition, a 150,000 square foot Colangelo College of Business building. Students, faculty, and dignitaries packed the foyer of the new building as the university celebrated the grand opening. The college's namesake, former Phoenix Suns owner Jerry Colangelo, believes this building will strengthen the school's mission.
Well, life is about business, and life is about relationships, and what better place than to get that training and platform in a setting like a university, especially a university with the standards, the gold standards that Grand Canyon has.
The Colangelo College of Business currently sits on the east side of the campus. When GCU is finished with their construction goals, that building will be considered the